Hey everyone, Hybrid Toy Reviews here. Wanting to take a look at the Star Wars The Black Series Migs Mayfeld from The Mandalorian. To be honest with you, like a year ago when they released the In Disguise Migs, I and everyone else is like, that's okay, we kind of wanted this one. And I'm glad that they've turned around and gotten us this figure. It's about a year after the first one, but all that matters is we got it, and that's relatively timely, so they were probably working on the first one by the time they released, or on this one by the time they released the first one anyway. So, all around, it worked out good. Super cool looking figure and a lot of stuff going on in the box. So, without further ado, let's get into it and see what we get here. Y'all know the drill. As always, start by taking a look at the packaging. Our final wave featuring a window. Our Black Series logo, a big window showing Mayfeld and his blasters off nicely. You got the Mandalorian across the front, orange. Migs Mayfeld, warning 4+ Hasbro. This side of the box features your artwork featuring Migs holding one of his blasters, his name, and you do get the prison ship hallway behind him, looking cool. This side of the box features wraparound window, wraparound orange stripe Black Series logo down below. Around back features a zoom in on Migs. Got Black Series logo, his name, a bio about the character in a couple languages. Pause and read whichever applies best to you. He's number 27 in the lineup. You got your Disney, Hasbro, and a bunch of other legalese. Underneath, you have more legalese and a barcode. Up top, hanger tab and a window. Let some light in the package. When on display in box. If you are one of those losers, I like to play with my toys, however. So without further ado, let's open them up and take a look at what you get here. So here we have him, Migs Mayfeld out of the box. Let's start by taking a look at his accessories. So he comes with the same blaster pistol 4 times over, looking really good. It's a nice kind of gray plastic with a little bit of like a grayish brown paint applied to the handle. Turned out rather nice. As I mentioned, there are 4 of them. He features 2 chest holders. Pushing those in there, and then he comes with 2 hip holsters with the the flip open peg end tabs. These are a bit tight, but they do hold rather nicely once you get them worked in. And just all in all, looks pretty good. I think the ones on the waist I'm going to end up just kind of leaving because the chest ones are just easier to get to. But yeah, so he comes with 4 pistols and 4 working holsters. Gotta love that. Then he comes with this backpack, which you see, not really a backpack, it's like a back-mounted module thing. All gray plastic, no paint, a little bit bummed there. I think maybe some of these buttons should have probably ended up getting some paint, but I digress. Comes with a long rectangular peg. When you look at the back, there's a slot in the strap, and then a slot into the back of the torso. Behind that, just gotta find it. There we go. Pegs in pretty deep. It's nice and secure. And this is his robot arm. Wow, okay. I said it was nice and secure and then has to go and cross me. This is his robot arm blaster pistol that you see him using in the prison heist. It features a swivel here and a swivel there. There's no wrist articulation. There's no ball joining to it. There's no making it, point side to side. You can articulate it backwards and have it be held upside down to shoot behind him. I mean, that kind of works. But it's pretty much just to help him round corners and stuff. And I will say, it looks pretty cool. I do like how that turned out as well. Taking it down into close down mode. Let's look at this head sculpt. Now, the head sculpt is, to the best of my knowledge, the only reuse going on here. It really looks like Bill Burr. It is, as I mentioned, reuse from the original figure. And I view these as comparable, honestly. I mean, maybe this one's a little bit darker on the beard. I think maybe I like the new one just a touch more. But they're both really good. I do really like how this turned out. Going below the head, he's wearing a nice kind of like a woven sort of material vest. Looks good. And then he's wearing like a jumpsuit type thing underneath because he's got the same blue on the sleeves as the pants. He's wearing gloves, and he is wearing brown boots, and of course it's all covered in this mercenary gunslinger harness full body kit thing that he's got going on, but it works really well. He does kind of strike that mercenary vibe, and that's what you would want for a Season 1 Migs Mayfeld. To run through some articulation, he features a double ball neck, allows him to look that far up, which is nice. That far down, you got some rotation and side-to-side pivot. His arms come up to a T-pose. There is a butterfly in there. It is very not noteworthy. 360 at the shoulder. With single-jointed elbows, can come just a hair past 90 maybe. Rotate at the elbow, 360 at the wrist. Both wrists hinge up and down. So Mayfeld gets it, but not the Grand Inquisitor. Although I would rather up and down happen on every hand, so there's that. He features a torso ball joint, allows him to crunch that far forward, that far back, which is pretty nice. And of course, you got a lot of pivot and some twist in there as I unpeg his backpack. His legs can kick that far apart. They can kick that far forward. Tiny, not really back. Upper thigh rotation. Single jointed knees can go a little past 90 and rotate. His feet can point straight down and really, really far forward, and there's a forward-facing pin for rocker, allowing you to get some decently wide stances with both feet flat on the ground. So, all in all, the articulation is actually really rather nice. For some size comparisons, let's bring in the Season 2 Stormtrooper Mayfeld. Get him standing up even. Wow, this is not working. This is probably quality content that you all came here for, right? There we go. Here is it's Season 2, but it works. Mando. How about, since it's relevant from this episode, the ship security droid and a stormtrooper just for good across the board measure. As you see, Mayfeld stands a hair shorter than the Stormtrooper disguise Mayfeld. You could argue that's a difference in boots. And the other figures by Mando all clock at pretty much 6 inches. The droid is a little bit taller than 6 inches. I think across the board, it works rather nicely. So, what do I think of this Season 1 Migs Mayfeld? I love this. I'm really digging this figure. He's a lot of fun to pose. That blaster backpack really does add a dynamic feature. It's just not something that a lot of figures get because it's just something that Migs has. It does make for a very fun toyetic posing experience, though. I do really enjoy reconfiguring that. There's just a lot of options with it. I'm just having a lot of fun with this. I know he's just a blaster type character, and I tend to prefer posing saber characters, but I'm really digging this Migs Mayfeld. I'm really happy with it. It's definitely a good one to start the year off with. So I'm glad that I'm finally getting my hands on this Maul wave. But yeah, it's a good figure. Do I recommend it? Yeah, I'd say if you have like a good Mando shelf going, I think Migs probably is a pretty essential addition for it. And I would confidently say, go pretty hard on this one. So yeah, pick up Migs. I'd say he's worth it. So that's pretty well it. Otherwise, I'd be rambling. So I'm going to go get to work on some other videos. Thanks a bunch for watching. It means a lot that you did. If you enjoyed, you leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that end of video stuff. You all know the drill at this point, I'm sure. So I'm going to go. I'll catch you all later. Until then, may the Force be with each and every one of yous. Bye.